Welcome back here on Live Impact News on WCNC Plus. I'm Nick Sertivant. We want to get you back out to a press conference happening live. Jesse Bier is covering it. Center City Partners in Charlotte talking about public safety initiatives. Let's take a listen in.
For residents and visitors to live, work, and play. So with that, I'm going to introduce David Smith with our Department of Transportation, another great Team Charlotte member, to talk about some of the other exciting things that we have to create that new Uptown.
Thanks so much, Monica. As an Uptown and South End resident for almost 25 years, can't wait to see the refresh. Really excited about that. So hello, everyone. Good to be with you this afternoon. I'm David Smith with the City of Charlotte DOT's Engineering and Operation Division. And as this group is well aware, Uptown is one of our most visible and vibrant areas. And I'd like to share some updates on what we're doing with Center City Lighting. For many people coming to Charlotte, it's a visible sign of our investment in the community's well-being, economic growth, and public trust. When our streets are clearly marked, our intersections well lit, and infrastructure in good condition, it improves mobility, reduces crashes, and shows residents, workers, and visitors that the city has made investments in safety. Maintaining our core transportation infrastructure such as pavement markings, sidewalks, accessible pedestrian paths, street lighting, and signage is essential in supporting the vibrant environment we want to create. These elements help create safe, predictable conditions for drivers, pedestrians, cyclists, and transit users. Just as importantly, they contribute to a positive public image and perception of safety that encourages business activity and tourism. As you've heard from and will hear from other speakers, there are many elements that come together to create this vibrant Uptown, including adequate lighting. Lighting is important across the entire fabric of Uptown, including on our public streets, in our parks, and on privately owned property. The city is doing our part when it comes to this lighting, and I'd like to share Charlotte DOT's current and future efforts to improve street lighting in the Center City area. For many years, CDOT staff has performed annual street lighting assessments across the city. This year, we have accelerated the start of this assessment to include the Uptown area to get a look at some of these lighting fixtures before the leaves fall off the trees. We're looking for fixtures that are out, but also where tree trimming could make our existing lighting more effective. I'm happy to report that the field portion of this Uptown lighting assessment was completed on Tuesday. We're compiling the information and determining the next steps for an action plan. Also within Uptown, we are collaborating with our partners at Duke Energy to investigate what it would take to upgrade the remaining fixtures to LED technologies. These LED fixtures are brighter, longer lasting, and use less energy than traditional lighting fixtures. Within just the 277 loop, there are around 3,000 street lighting fixtures, and approximately half of those have already been upgraded to LED technologies. CDOT is working closely with our partners at Duke to develop cost estimates and schedules to complete the rest of that Uptown LED conversion. To give some context on the size of the overall system, there are about 80,000 streetlights across the city. Center City Partners, who you will hear from in a moment, will be spearheading efforts to work with private property owners to improve the off-street lighting. Longer term, CDOT will continue to work with Duke Energy to identify areas of low lighting after the LED conversion is complete. The off-street lighting is important to the vibrancy of Uptown, and a working group that includes CMPD, CDOT, Center City Partners, and Park and Rec is meeting regularly to improve lighting across Uptown. This is a collaborative effort, and we appreciate all of our amazing partners. We have identified some immediate needs, and we'll be taking actions on those, and we'll continue to collaborate with our partners on those short, mid, and long-term efforts. With that, although no relation, I'm going to hand it over to Michael Smith.
Thank you all. Thanks for our elected officials that are here and for your commitment to safety of this community. It is foundational to everything we're trying to do, but thank you, Robert, for hosting us. Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem Anderson, Deputy City Manager Heath, Monica, and David. These are great partners that we do a lot with, and this is truly that team sport of public safety, like everything we approach in Charlotte. As an organization, we have been committed for almost 50 years to economic vibrancy and a welcoming downtown. And we're going through this wonderful transformation where our center city is becoming a more complete place, moving from central business district to central activity district. It's home to sports teams. Last year, there were 330 sporting events in our center city. Amazing. Large venues, culture, food, entertainment, visitors, and yes, the heart of business for our community, the heart of GDP for the two-state region. Central Activity District is becoming more modern, more diverse, stronger visitor appeal, thriving nightlife, dynamic workplaces. And that's why public safety and these environmental initiatives mean so much and can play such a big role. You know, there's only so many levers to public safety, and our city is considering all of them and working together, and you'll continue to hear more about that. I want to add two initiatives that continue to extend that Tryon Street refresh. The first is McCall Park. I hope you've all been there. I hope you're all enjoying it. It is an incredible gift to our community by so many. Great partnership with the City of Charlotte and our private investors. This was a major renovation to Tryon Street and illustrative of the difference intentional design and investment can make in a place. The park has been transformed. It's celebrated. It's being used by all, and it makes our center city more welcoming to all. The renovation joins others on Tryon Street, including the Truist Plaza remodeling over last summer, the iconic public art they put in the entrance. The second is an initiative of the Tryon Street vendor and food truck program that we advise and work with the city to administer. We support small businesses in so much of what we do because it is truly the character of our center city. Whether that's the market at 7th Street, the Hive program, the Small Business Innovation Fund that was launched during COVID, and the work that we do on Tryon Street with the food trucks and the food vendors. We manage this program with the City of Charlotte, and we will be conducting a reimagining of this program concurrent with the broad reimagining of Tryon Street. We think that that way it can support our vibrancy aspirations for Tryon Street. As a reminder, we launched an initiative called the Uptown Vibrancy Collaborative at the beginning of this year, and it was a partnership between Center City Partners and the CELC and the City of Charlotte to address public safety and vibrancy in Uptown Charlotte. It began and was born out of a deep conviction that the essential elements of Charlotte's rise has been its focus on developing a strong, vibrant center city, and its priorities of this initiative are around increasing economic vibrancy, generating investment in public infrastructure, or generational investment in public infrastructure, improving perception of our uptown and center city, creating extraordinary uptown experiences, and ensuring that uptown is safe for all. I'll begin with the programming side of it. Actually, I'll begin with the marketing side of it. We pulled together an Uptown Marketing Collaborative, and it was the CMOs and heads of marketing from many of our major employers to talk about the perception of this place that had been truly battered from COVID on. But don't feel like we're alone. Downtowns across the country have endured this. We just don't want to sit back, and we're going to act on it. And that was the idea behind this broad Uptown Vibrancy Collaborative. We worked with Ray Ward, developed a campaign that was launched in the spring of this year. That will continue. We are going to go out and tell stories about the way people are enjoying the Uptown experience that it offers. That was phase one. Newsletters, websites, 50 million impressions to date. We're proud of the work that's been done. Phase 2 is now launching this fall and will head through the holiday season. On the programming side, we have an incredible events team that we're proud to have turned loose with micro and macro programming for, big events or surprise and delight efforts. This has been a great undertaking with us, or for us, from the beer garden on the Wells Fargo Plaza, which is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sundays. You can see it this afternoon, actually. Movies in the park, Fourth Ward Park in Uptown, Centennial, Wilmore Centennial Park in South End. We've put a game kiosk for kind of lunchtime fun in the middle of Ramir Bearden Park. We've had a great partnership with Mecklenburg County for our Center City parks. To craziness like pop-up singing Elvis's Superheroes, Talk Like a Pirate Day, which I didn't even know was a thing, to Veg Fest, to National Night Out, to Victoria Yards, lunchtime concerts, weekend warm-ups in Ramir Bearden Park that begin on Thursdays at 4 p.m. There'll be one today, to the larger programming like Charlotte Shout, Thanksgiving Eve Parade, and more. We want folks to have different kinds of experiences. We think this intentionality is important. The team is having a ton of fun producing it, and I hope folks are coming out and enjoying. Now it's my pleasure to welcome my partner, the CRVA's CEO, Steve Bagwell, to share some key parts about Uptown Vibrancy Collaborative around Own Your Block and the Center City Safety Ambassadors. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Michael, and thank you for everyone being here, your involvement in this important discussion, your leadership. So the CRVA helps drive the visitor economy, hotels, restaurants, attractions, and venues that welcome millions of guests each year. Behind that activity, 1 in 9 people in our community work in hospitality. So for all of us who work in the industry, safety is critical for us to deliver the experiences that keep visitors coming back. That's one reason this discussion is so important. Every guest who chooses Charlotte for a convention, a concert, a weekend getaway deserves to feel safe and cared for. That's a standard our community sets, and it's one we share responsibility in driving. We're proud to partner with Center City Partners to expand the Safety Ambassador Program, a visible, hospitality-minded team that helps keep Uptown and South End welcoming. This partnership's a natural fit for us. The ambassadors are an extension of our hospitality promise, a team that helps keep our streets safe, our guests comfortable, and our community connected. Easily spotted with their bright orange shirts and jackets, ambassadors stand out for service. And they complement the work of our CRVA visitor information specialists. While our team focuses on hospitality and wayfinding, the ambassadors extend that same spirit to safety and outreach, assisting visitors, reporting issues, and connecting people to resources. It's a partnership that strengthens the experience for everyone who visits, works, and lives in Center City. Building on that partnership, we're helping to grow this team from 14 to 23 ambassadors by the end of November. That expansion is a clear sign of our community investing in safety, because when people feel comfortable here, they stay longer, they spend more, and they tell others about their experience in Charlotte. At the CRVA, we know safety isn't someone else's job, it's everyone's job. It's a shared commitment that must be visible, proactive, and sustained. Our venues are part of a much larger picture, and when everybody takes small and deliberate steps, together we create a city that feels safe and welcoming from block to block. The CRVA is also embracing the Center City Partners Own Your Block initiative. At its core, Own Your Block is about stewardship.